MK party leader Jacob Zuma recently shared his long-standing reservations about Cyril Ramaphosa with Zianda Onkobo, saying, "He must not appear in the books of the ANC." Before we continue, please kindly hit on the subscribe button. With his comments, Zuma illuminated possible concerns about Ramaphosa's time in the African National Congress, ANC, which sparked fresh interest in the current president's political path. Zuma's remarks highlight an increasing opinion among certain ANC members over Ramaphosa's past associations and deeds. Although specifics were withheld, the insinuation implies a departure from the party's principles or possible unethical actions committed when Ramaphosa was in office. Zuma's message is urgent, which means that the ANC's top echelons need to be more accountable and transparent. This information is made at a crucial time for South Africa and the African National Congress, ANC. Maintaining the integrity and unity of the governing party is crucial given the continuous difficulties it faces, which range from social upheaval to economic recovery. Zuma's remarks heighten worries about internal conflicts and the need of a single, forward-looking vision. The ANC has released a statement in reaction to Zuma's comments reaffirming its commitment to accountability and openness, but the party did not address the particular issues brought up by Zuma, so there is still opportunity for conjecture and further research. The lack of a thorough refutation merely adds to the mystery surrounding Ramaphosa's prior behavior inside the ANC. Ramaphosa finds himself under more criticism from both within and beyond the party as the demands for clarification become stronger. Given the purported red flags highlighted by Zuma, concerns about his fitness as leader continue to be voiced in the public debate. Ramaphosa's critics point to possible political sins, while his defenders highlight his history of change and fostering agreement. The result of this most recent issue is still up in the air. But one thing is certain: the ANC, led by Ramaphosa, is about to confront a critical turning point. The party's destiny and the course of South Africa's political environment for years to come will be determined by how it responds to the issues brought up by Zuma and others. In conclusion, discussions on whether or not President Zuma is qualified to head the ANC have been rekindled in light of his recent comments about Cyril Ramaphosa's purported red flags. In order to preserve its credibility and relevance in South African politics, the party has to confront the issues of openness and accountability. Once again, it was in the beginning of 2019 when Financial Mail writer Warren Thompson had the bright notion to challenge a long-standing tax theory that had developed into a well-acknowledged economic cliché. Thompson states, "It was quite a specific time. On Valentine's Day of 2018, Jacob Zuma announced his resignation. Shortly after, Jacques Pau's book The President's Keepers exposed the many covert payments Zuma had accepted from dubious characters. In addition, there was still unresolved issue about his gain from the security upgrades made to his Nkandla residence. Thompson believed that only the South African Revenue Service, SARS, could verify whether Zuma had indeed violated the nation's laws to this degree. The Promotion of Access to Information Act and the Tax Administration Act made it very clear that all tax information must be kept confidential, which was the sole issue. Furthermore, there was no public interest override that permitted the public to request access to this material, in contrast to other situations like national security. Thompson, who is now employed at Finance Uncovered in London, says, "I thought that this is the ideal illustration of how these access to information laws can be used to confirm, once and for all, whether the head of state had really abused his position. After example, when could you claim that there was a public interest in learning if the president of a nation is disobeying the tax laws that the ANC, his own party, demands everyone else to abide by?" Sam Sol, the founder of the Amebungane Center for Investigative Journalism, agreed, so the journalists set out to investigate the true extent of the concept of tax secrecy, with the help of Weber Wenzel's Dario Milo and, later, advocate Stephen Budlender SC. It seemed unlikely, considering the conservative stance of our courts. Wim Trengove SC, the SARS attorney, passionately contended in court that this secrecy constituted the foundation of our tax system. The agency said that without it, there is less expectation that the taxpayer will be truthful with SARS. However, in November 2021, Judge Norman Davis of the North Gauteng High Court ruled that the lack of a public interest override in tax issues under the